Well, you know, Bonnie, Ebola has already killed hundreds of people in Liberia, so man faced a heightened risk of contracting it and bringing it back here to Arizona by just traveling there. Now, earlier he talked to me via Skype about how he's doing and the steps he's now taking to keep himself, his family, and his community protected. This is Alan Mann.
I think that the chance is very, very, very small that I have it or am carrying it.
And for the next 8 days, he will be cut off from the rest of the world, placing himself and his family on a self-imposed quarantine for fear of possibly being exposed to the deadly Ebola virus.
So we've done everything we can to keep it from coming into, I think, the U.S. as well as our home.
Through missionary work, man traveled to Liberia to spread the word of the Lord. But because there have been many Ebola outbreaks in Liberia, he says he took extra precaution to stay safe.
Didn't touch anyone. If I even rubbed arms with someone, I immediately sprayed my arm and wiped it off. Constantly cleaned my hands, my clothes, parts of my body that may have contacted anyone. The place I slept, the restroom that I used was constantly wiped down.
He even took it a step further, notifying his neighbors of his trip and the quarantine in his home to follow. Some neighbors were outraged and fearful for their life.
Kind of scary. I mean, there's no cure for it or anything, and it's not in Texas. It's less than 100 feet away.
Stuck inside of his Payson home, no visitors allowed, man and his family have found ways to keep busy.
We've passed every level in Mario Kart Wii. We can pretty much beat everything and each other on those games. We've played in the backyard. We've put puzzles together. We've played board games. We've read together. It has not been a terrible time. It's actually been good. I don't get to spend as much time with my kids, so it's been good for me.
As for what he plans to do once these final 8 days are up,
I think maybe we'll just take a drive just to get out of here for a while.
Now, aside from that drive, once Alan's 21-day quarantine is over, which will be the evening of October 17th, he does plan to meet with the doctor in person for one final checkup. Imani Payne in AZ Today.